Okay, here we go here. We are on, I think, Gayde'S Kitchen, where today we are not fixing chicken. We are fixing pot roast. Ooh, yummo. Look at that pot roast. I don't usually eat. I haven't actually had red meat in a very, very long time. So I decided, my Filipino wife here fixes Philippine dishes all the time. So I will introduce her to an American favorite, right? Oh, yummo. Pot roast. We got some Celtic salt going on this. And I think I sprinkled garlic already. But we get a good, just basically salt, pepper. I think most of you American people would know how to fix a pot roast. This is one of my favorites. There's different ways to make it, but anyway. This is what I was raised on. Give it a good salt, pepper, a little bit of garlic if you want. You can use some other spices if you want, whatever's to taste, but this is super good stuff. We got the pan and got a little bit of water in there. Put that face down with the seasoning and add seasoning to the other side. A little bit of garlic. Yep. A little bit of garlic. More Celtic salt, Celtic salt, however you want to call it. Yep. And then now this recipe, we're going to put some potatoes and carrots and onions in it. And I'll show you my cheap way of putting dumplings in this. You know, I never put dumplings in it before until one time I did. So there's 4 large carrots that we put in this one. You can put as many as you want. 2 large potatoes, or medium potatoes, I think. That was just for 2 of us, and 2 medium onions. Now, the more onions, potatoes, carrots, the better. The bigger piece of meat is better too. Yeah, and then a whole can. I think we got 2 cans of this, of whole tomatoes with the juice, everything. You can, of course, do this different ways, but I think our next one we have a big, large can of tomato paste that we're going to use up because it's been sitting in there a while. But anyway, here we go. Add a little more water and let that cook. I think for what, a couple hours, right? 2 hours, yeah. We'll let that cook for a couple hours. Added a little more salt later and cooked it nice and slow. And added a little more pepper, of course. Again, that's to flavor each individual flavor, but what we see us putting in there is pretty much gets it tasting really good without overdoing it. You definitely don't want to over salt it, and I like using the Celtic salt that we use. We use some Himalayan salt here every once in a while too, but an interesting thing about the 2 salts that we use is that Celtic salt is granular, more granular, and it actually is more salty than Himalayan salt. So sometimes if I need extra salt at the table, I'll use Himalayan salt just because it's not as potent and it actually dissolves quicker. The Celtic salt is a little coarse, at least what we buy. So there you saw the meat being checked and turned, I think probably after an hour or a little longer. And so we got it nice and boiling there, but that's slow cooked. Like I said, for 2 hours. Then we get towards the end of it, which would be, I took out all the big pieces, and this is my dumplings. We bought a cheap package of Great Value brand biscuits, and this is a cool thing. So these things, basically, I took them out, and you'll see me, I cut them in half and add them to that hot boiling stew. After we took out the big pieces of meat and the potatoes, carrots, we took a lot of that out, so we have room for the dumplings here that I'm going to be putting in there. So it's interesting. Those dumplings will soak up of course, the tomato juice and all the flavors of the meat and the seasoning and stuff, as you see there. They are super delicious. Now you can use your own drop biscuits. You don't have to use dumplings at all. You can make some kind of, I call them dumplings. They're They're biscuits. But if you have a dumpling recipe, or that would be good too. In fact, I've used crescent rolls before, the dough of a ready-made crescent roll, and put them in there, and any of it's really good. As you can see, as they get hotter, of course, they're going to expand. So there's our finished product. Check out the Gayde'S Kitchen here. Give us a like and a thumbs up on that American dish, pot roast yummo with dumplings. See ya. Bye-bye.